Welcome to NLP Radio Daily Podcasts. In this podcast, we are going to talk about the history of Valentine's Day. But before that, please don't forget to share and subscribe our channel. Now let's dive to the podcast details. Valentine's Day, celebrated annually on February 14th, is a day dedicated to expressing love and affection to romantic partners, family members, and friends. While the holiday is widely observed around the world with traditions like exchanging cards, flowers, and chocolates, its origins are rooted in ancient history and have evolved significantly over time. The history of Valentine's Day can be traced back to ancient Rome and the pagan festival of Lupercalia, which was celebrated from February 13th to 15th. Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as to the founders of Rome, Romulus and Remus. During this festival, Roman priests called Luperci would sacrifice goats and dogs, and then whip women with the hides of the animals they had just slain. It was believed that this ritual promoted fertility and purification. The transition from Lupercalia to Valentine's Day as a celebration of love is largely attributed to the efforts of early Christian leaders who sought to Christianize pagan holidays. One popular legend suggests that Valentine's Day is named after St. Valentine, a Christian martyr who lived during the 3rd century. According to legend, St. Valentine defied Emperor Claudius II's decree banning marriage for young men, as he believed that single men made better soldiers. St. Valentine continued to perform marriages in secret, leading to his arrest and eventual execution. During the Middle Ages, the concept of courtly love emerged as a dominant theme in literature and art. Courtly love was a highly idealized and chivalric form of love, often characterized by admiration, devotion, and an emphasis on platonic rather than physical affection. This romantic ideal greatly influenced the celebration of Valentine's Day, as it promoted the exchange of love letters, poems, and tokens of affection between admirers. By the late Middle Ages, Valentine's Day had become associated with romantic love and courtship rituals. In addition to exchanging handwritten notes and tokens of affection, lovers would also recite poetry, sing songs, and participate in elaborate dances as expressions of their love. It was during this time that the tradition of sending Valentine's Day cards began to gain popularity, with handmade cards adorned with lace, ribbons, and romantic motifs. The romantic ideals of courtly love were further popularized during the Renaissance through the works of writers like Geoffrey Chaucer and William Shakespeare. Chaucer's poem Parlement of Fools and Shakespeare's plays such as Romeo and Juliet and A Midsummer Night's Dream explored themes of romantic love, passion, and tragedy, shaping the cultural perception of love and romance for centuries to come. The Industrial Revolution of the 19th century brought about significant changes in the way Valentine's Day was celebrated. Advances in printing technology made it possible to mass-produce Valentine's Day cards, leading to the commercialization of the holiday. Greeting card companies like Hallmark began producing a wide variety of cards for Valentine's Day, featuring sentimental messages and elaborate designs. During the Victorian era, Valentine's Day became associated with elaborate rituals and traditions, particularly among the upper classes. Handwritten love letters and poems were exchanged between lovers, often accompanied by gifts such as flowers, chocolates, and jewelry. The Victorians also popularized the use of elaborate Valentine's Day cards, which were adorned with lace, ribbons, and romantic symbols like hearts and cupids. In the 20th century, Valentine's Day continued to evolve into the modern holiday we recognize today. The holiday became increasingly commercialized, with retailers promoting a wide range of products and services targeted at couples celebrating their love. In addition to traditional gifts like flowers and chocolates, couples began exchanging more extravagant gifts such as jewelry, luxury goods, and romantic getaways. While Valentine's Day is widely celebrated in Western countries, the holiday has also gained popularity in many other parts of the world. In countries like Japan, South Korea, and China, Valentine's Day is celebrated with customs and traditions that are unique to each culture. For example, in Japan, it is customary for women to give chocolates to men on Valentine's Day, while men reciprocate with gifts on White Day, which is celebrated on March 14th. Despite its widespread popularity, Valentine's Day has also been the subject of criticism and controversy. Some people argue that the holiday has become overly commercialized, with retailers promoting unrealistic expectations of romance and love. Others criticize the heteronormative and exclusionary nature of Valentine's Day, which often marginalizes individuals who are not in romantic relationships. In response to these criticisms, several alternative celebrations have emerged in recent years. One example is Singles Awareness Day, which is celebrated on February 15th as a day for single people to embrace their independence and celebrate self-love. Other movements advocate for broader definitions of love and inclusion, encouraging people to celebrate all forms of love and affection on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day has long been a popular theme in movies, music, and literature, serving as a source of inspiration for countless romantic stories and songs. Films like Casablanca, Titanic, and The Notebook have become iconic symbols of romance, while love songs by artists like Elvis Presley, the Beatles, and Whitney Houston have topped the charts for generations. In the digital age, technology has played an increasingly important role in how we celebrate Valentine's Day. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat allow couples to share their love and affection publicly, while dating apps and websites provide new opportunities for people to connect and find love online. Virtual celebrations and online dating have become increasingly common, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. The rise of technology has also led to changes in traditional Valentine's Day customs and traditions. While handwritten love letters and romantic gestures are still appreciated, many couples now opt for digital communication and virtual experiences. Video calls, online gaming, and virtual reality have opened up new possibilities for long-distance couples to celebrate Valentine's Day together, even when they're thousands of miles apart. The COVID-19 pandemic has presented unique challenges for couples celebrating Valentine's Day. Social distancing guidelines and travel restrictions have made traditional celebrations difficult, forcing many couples to find creative ways to celebrate safely. Virtual date ideas such as cooking together over video calls, watching movies simultaneously, or taking virtual tours of museums and landmarks have become popular alternatives to traditional date nights. Looking ahead, the future of Valentine's Day is likely to be shaped by ongoing societal changes and technological advancements. As attitudes toward love and relationships continue to evolve, so too will how we celebrate Valentine's Day. Whether it's through virtual reality experiences, personalized AI-generated gifts, or entirely new forms of expression, one thing is certain: the celebration of love and romance will continue to be an enduring tradition for generations to come. The history of Valentine's Day is a fascinating journey through the evolution of love and romance in human society. From its ancient origins as a pagan fertility festival to its modern incarnation as a global celebration of love, Valentine's Day has undergone numerous transformations over the centuries. While the holiday has become increasingly commercialized, its core message of love, affection, and connection remains as powerful as ever. As we continue to navigate the complexities of modern relationships, Valentine's Day serves as a reminder to cherish and celebrate the love we share with those closest to us. Thank you for being with me to the end of this podcast. Please do not forget to subscribe our channel to don't miss our future podcasts.